Try to.
What in God's name is going on in here? What was that ruckus?
What ruckus?
I was just in my office and I heard a ruckus.
Could you describe the ruckus, sir?
Okay, here's what I would have done. Bro, no one cares what you would have done. Actually, everyone cares. Welcome to Let Me Book the Territory, the podcast made for smart marks and nostalgia nerds. Brought to you by the Embrace the Turn Up Podcast Network. And now your hosts, A-Dub,
B.A.
E-Ray, and J-Mo.
Can't go wrong with General Soul, sure.
No, man, that's rare. That's hard to find. It's fucking warp whistle on Super Mario Brothers 3 status.
Man,
gotta grab that.
Did you just connect Chinese food to Super Mario Brothers 3?
Everything is Super Mario, just like everything is wrestling. Big facts.
And with that being said, you're right, BA. Everything is wrestling. Welcome back to the greatest wrestling podcast known to mankind. Let me book the territory. I am your host, the not so humble one, the pod guy, the tribal chief of this podcast. Yet, it's your boy A-Dub in the building. Joining me, as always, is our Caucasian correspondent making his triumphant return, and it is glorious. J-Mo is in the building. J-Mo, what's up?
What up, people? I'm back. Went on a little hiatus, found my third eye, discovered that I need BA by my side more than I need him on the other side of the ring of me. So there will be no more heel J-Mo, his inner peace. But if someone attacks my BA, the claws come out, bitches.
Third eye open, you woke now?
Yes, woke.
And of course, joining us is Ebenezer A, Black IRS, the heel of all heels. Because if you turn heel on a major corporation, that's next level heel shit. BA, what's good, my brother?
What's good, Dub? J-Mo, my brother, welcome back. Now I can say this. I haven't said it in weeks. BJ Amo in the building, baby. Feels good to say it. But BA, a.k.a. Black IRS, a.k.a. Ebenezer A, a.k.a. Pusha B is all in, so to speak.
Ooh, I forgot about the Pusha B. I forgot about that.
I like that one. That one tickles me.
That was created on the soon-to-come episode of Bench Flicks for our partner that is not with us this evening.
Yeah, shout out to the homie E-Ray, the quasi-bad guy, the Diet Coke of evil, Macho Man Vandal Savage, the American Cream Brody Loads, is not with us. After the latest episodes of Bench Flicks and Chill, he thought it to be a good idea to go in the NXT parking lot. Got jumped. Shocker.
Yeah,
can't believe.
I told him don't go over there.
The coast is clear. It's been a few weeks since
he saw what's been going on all around the world and said, NXT parking lot seems pretty safe compared to what else is going on. Nope. Wrong.
Yeah.
Wrong.
I told him. I said, Ethan, don't go over there now. Don't come back.
Yeah.
Don't go over there now.
So E-Ray will be back next week. If he wakes up in the hospital bed, maybe he'll catch Money in the Bank. Maybe he won't. But gentlemen, we are here. Is there anything specific you guys want to start off with from this week in wrestling, or do we just want to just hop into this topic list that I put together so expeditiously?
Let's just get right into it, Dub. That beautiful list that you compiled before this illustrious podcast began. Let's just start at the top and knock that boy on down.
Or is it a Rolodex?
Oh,
it's been a while.
Oh, I see what you did there. Look how he comes back and puts himself over immediately.
Yeah, of course, man. Like a
very Triple H of you.
Like a true tweener. That's to say, Triple H is the tweener, so it all aligns. It all makes
J-Mo is Triple H at the Garden saying I'm back, and then winning the world title 2 weeks later. You're like, wait, what? You just had torn quads. Why are you champ again? Because I'm me.
And I'm dating the boss's daughter.
And I'm the game. And we're going to play games. Speaking of games, no games were played on Sunday, gentlemen. Shout out to Tony Khan. He did what I thought was unthinkable. He got me to pay $50 to watch wrestling. I ordered Forbidden Door, and I'm very happy I did. Not gonna lie.
Did you Chobani Chamber all over the place?
No, I did not. But I enjoyed it, and I still haven't watched the world title matches yet. Because this shit was on a Sunday, and I don't have 4.5 hours on a Sunday night anymore because I'm fucking old, and I just can't do it.
Preach.
That being said, J-Mo, I know you've seen it all by now. What's your highlight? What's your favorite match of that entire event?
Well, I was in the Cream City, as they call it, Milwaukee.
Whoa, what? They call it what?
The
That's
Cream
not
City.
The Cream City I know about.
BA, the Cream City you were existed Putin Bay in that dorm room you lived in.
Yeah. Shout out to the Curry Holiday. Not a might as well have. Shout out to y'all.
Shout out to the Bay.
Yes.
Yeah. Not the Golden State, the other Bay. The original Bay.
Yeah. Nothing but vibes.
Yeah. My match of the night, and it's the one I watched a couple times, Ospreay, Orange Cassidy.
Okay.
Like
I said,
was it that good? Now, listeners, I'm coming in ignorant here. It's been a pretty busy week for Black IRS. I had to sell my house, got that sold, so I ain't have a lot of time to really watch a lot of wrestling this past week. So I'm gonna be very.
Nah, he was busy. He was busy getting money. Like he was riding around the hood, and then that Leo Rush theme song came on. I came to collect. The motherfuckers was flipping out.
Baby.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yep.
So multiple times, J-Mo, you watched that match?
Yeah.
That shit was that lit?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't actually. Sorry, Tony. I don't mean to let you down, Dad, but I didn't order it. I had to watch the highlights on the
Jack
YouTube.
Khan
So
is outside your apartment right now with his.
he
head
is.
out, waiting.
He is. Hopefully, he brings like
Yep.
Trevor Lawrence and that that hot girl that grinded on Urban Meyer. That's all I want.
That poor
Grinding.
Yeah.
kid.
But like I said, I watched the highlights of that match twice and thoroughly enjoyed it. I mean, everything was great. Orange Cassidy spots were great. Where he put his hands in his pockets and then he pulled them out with the middle fingers. It was quite good. I mean, I've seen Orange Cassidy wrestle Pac, and I was like, he's gonna get fucking destroyed. Pac is the most brutal wrestler I've ever seen. And he made Pac laugh during a match because he just kept rolling in and out of the ring. And it was frustrating him. That man in my book can do no wrong.
So, J-Mo, here's where I'm going to disagree with you.
Mm-hmm.
The match was not a good match. It was a phenomenal match. It is right there for match of the year contender right now. I've seen some Ospreay matches and I'm like, I like Ospreay. He can do all of the things. All the things you want a wrestler to be able to do. Yeah, all the things. The flippies, the suplexes,
Flip shit.
the submissionies, the
kickies,
the ring psychology. He can do all the things. And first of all, he comes to the ring dressed like a fucking Final Fantasy villain, which sign me up. All in right there. I'm like, all right. And I mean, who's not an Orange Cassidy fan at this point? You're a fucking weirdo if you're not. And this is amongst wrestling fans. I watched that match in full disbelief. I'm like, I can't believe this is this good. I'm like, yo, I thought this match was gonna be good. I like both these guys. I'm like, this is phenomenal. And Will Ospreay just showed off that when next time he's a free agent, somebody's gonna throw a lot of money at him. He's gonna be one of those guys. Since the NBA free agency just started, you know how like the restricted free agents, you know, they have a chance to match the offer sheet, right? But sometimes the price is just too high, and they're like, we're not paying that. That's what's gonna happen to Will Ospreay. Where New Japan is gonna be like, yo, you're worth every penny of what this other company is offering you. We just ain't got it. And I don't know whether that ends up being AEW or WWE or Impact if they got some more money behind them, but he put on a fucking show. And I was surprised. And I even thought it was
Dub, remember WWE offered him a contract and he ripped it up.
Again. They're gonna the price is going up.
Yeah.
The price is going up, and they're going to be able to pay it because the Saudi blood money ain't going nowhere.
It's getting bigger.
They got new UK money coming. They got United Empire money coming in. See what I did there?
Yeah, United Empire. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Little European Union money coming in.
Yeah. Also, I know, Dub, you watched BA. I know you were swimming in money over the weekend. But did you notice anything, Dub, that he was the IWGP United States title holder and does not have the belt?
Yes.
Juice Robinson has it.
We touched on it last week, James. I can see you didn't listen. It's all good. We still love you.
I listened to most of it.
Didn't even listen to us on your sabbatical.
So I touched on that, and I told the guys I thought Juice Robinson might get involved in the match. Yeah, unfortunately, I was wrong. He just sat in the skybox and held up the title. But I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing Juice and Will Ospreay and Orange Cassidy. Triple threat for that belt. Love Juice Robinson's vest with the bullet holes in it. I'm like, damn, that's like really fucking cool.
Yeah.
But that whole card delivered. Just match after match after match. The only match, in my opinion, that didn't deliver, and I hate sounding like a broken drum, but it was the women's match. It was better than some of Thunder Rosa's other title defenses, but something was missing, and I couldn't put my finger on it. And I think it was just the fact that they didn't make us care. Like, this didn't feel like a heated rivalry. They haven't heated up Toni Storm enough to even feel like she should be contending for this title outside of, what she's done before she got there. Something's missing, and it's always something different in each Thunder Rosa defense. I say that to say they got to get that belt off of her and do something. Yeah. She might just be one of those people who's like really great in the chase, but each defense, something's been missing, whether it's been a build in a story, an awful match, like she just doesn't have chemistry with somebody, or it just doesn't make sense. Like,
she's suffering from Hangman syndrome, man. Hangman's title run was very similar. If we look back, we talked about it a few weeks ago. The most exciting match he had, in my opinion, was when he took it off of Omega. He didn't really have a lot of, as much as the announcers at AEW tried to pump it up, he didn't have a lot of trademark title defenses. And I think that Thunder Rosa's suffering the same.
I'm gonna disagree with you on that one, BA.
I disagree on that one too.
J-Mo, go ahead. Super kick your tag partner real quick.
No. I'm BA. This all comes with love, brother. This is all love. Okay?
I don't know if I like hippie J-Mo. I like
all love, man. This is all love.
Oh, I'm a fan. This is hilarious.
This isn't meant to be hurtful. Okay.
Let me hear it, man. Let me hear it.
This is love. Okay.
All right, I'm ready.
He's had some pretty notable title defenses. He defended it twice against Bryan Danielson. He defended it against Adam Cole.
Twice, right?
Twice, yes, twice. Thank you, brother A-Dub. Let's see here. Who else did he defend that belt against?
Dante Martin for some weird reason.
Yeah, but that was a great match, though.
It was. But you were just asking. You were just asking who else did he defend against? I'm like, that one stands out because it was weird.
We'll forget about the Murder Hawk Monster bullshit. What else? Who else did he defend that thing against?
That's it.
Well, maybe.
Yeah, and then Punk. Yeah,
and then Punk took it off.
Let me clarify it then to kind of go back to what you were saying. Maybe the quality of matches for Hangman was cool. Because I didn't watch all those matches. I forgot about one of the Bryan Danielson matches I did watch. But maybe there's not enough build there to care about.
So let me tell you what was wrong with Hangman's whole run is that they didn't find people on his level. He either defended the belt against people who were not on his level, like as a star or as a wrestler, or he defended the belt against people who were like way surpassed him. Like when he defended the belt against Bryan, all that showed me is that Hangman probably shouldn't have that belt. Like you can't put it on Bryan because he just got there, but you're not doing Hangman any favors. And then when he defended against Adam Cole eviscerated him on the microphone every chance he got, and you were like, well, by hook or by crook, Adam Cole can win this belt, and even if it's by crook, it doesn't hurt Adam Cole at all. And you're like, Hangman probably shouldn't have his belt. He can't hang with Cole on the mic to like carry a story and make you really care about him in it, because he was like the baby face of, hey, we were in the same group, but I've always been better than you. But no, you're not, because he didn't make you believe it or want to believe it. And against Brian, it's like, yeah, Brian's just better, like just way better, so much further ahead of this guy. And then against Murder Hawk, like no one cares about that guy, no matter how much Tony Khan wants us to. And then the match against Dante just didn't make sense. So that was the problem with Hangman's run. Hangman's run is a Tony Khan booking problem more than it is a Hangman problem. I think once they establish more guys, then you can give a Hangman run and you can have a really good run. Like if you had Hangman up against some guys who are almost there, like a Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page, Wardlow now, because he's almost there.
Post
yeah,
MJF feud, yes.
Yeah, it would work now, like a Wheeler Yuta, some of those guys. But to put him up against who many people consider one of the greatest pro wrestlers of all time in Daniel Bryan and Adam Cole, you're like, Page is really good, but he's not those guys. And then to put him against Murder Hawk, no one cares. And then Dante Martin, one day he'll get there. He needs to develop a personality, but one day he'll get there. But to me, yeah, the Hangman thing was just a Tony Khan problem more than the Hangman problem. The Thunder Rosa problem, I think, is majority on Thunder Rosa. She's a good worker. She's getting better on the mic, but she can't click with like everybody. And I think she just might end up being better in the chase. But all the other matches on Forbidden Door, so I can stop just ripping on Thunder Rosa. People think I hate her. That tag match, boy, J-Mo, that tag match. Your boys.
The FTR match?
Your boys are triple champs. Your boys are triple champs.
Hey, Dub, I want to touch on something really quick before I talk about my boys, FTR. So with Thunder Rosa, I think she just may be a better wrestler than some of these girls these females that she's wrestling. Kind of the Bryan Danielson syndrome. She just cannot wrestle people, but she just can't carry a story. Bryan can do both. That's why he's arguably considered the best pro wrestler walking planet Earth. But just with Thunder, she's a great wrestler. She's very technically sound, but she can't carry a storyline like Britt could.
She can't talk like Britt though, too.
No. But the thing is like who was the champ before Britt, Dub?
Riho,
right?
It was either Rio or Nyla Rose. Because those were the first two.
Nyla Rose.
Okay, so
no, Riho was first, and then it was Nyla Rose, and Britt beat Nyla Rose.
No, she beat Riho, I thought.
Then Riho beat Nyla Rose again.
Okay, so here's the thing. So when whoever had it first, it was kind of the same thing with they couldn't carry a story, but when Britt got the title, she could carry the story, which that's what made Britt so much better than the other women's champions. But anyways, that I just wanted to get that point out there. But my boys FTR, oh my God, these guys are honestly, this is the best wrestling I've seen from them. And they had I like watching the after match like post interviews. You can watch them on YouTube.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of fun that they do this. But they talked to FTR about their music. And I think Dub, it was you that pointed out you're not a big fan of their music.
No, that was E-Ray.
E-Ray, sorry.
I love their theme song, man.
Oh, I do too. And so when they were coming on board, Tony said, "Hey, I've got some music I want you guys to hear." And he went ahead and played it for him, and they laughed at him and said, "This is the dumbest thing we've ever heard." And he's like, "No," he goes, "I want you guys to be an old school tag team," and that's exactly what they are. They are the tag team version of the Belt Collectors. I wouldn't be shocked if we saw them pop up on Impact, or just to collect more belts. Because remember, they've got that feud with the Briscoes that they interviewed in that match with.
That's true. That is true.
Yeah.
I still think they did their best work in NXT, but they're doing damn good work right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
I definitely will be purchasing an FTR shirt at AEW when I'm going.
I want that jacket. I want that jacket.
The jacket shirt.
Just to have a jacket that says "Living Legend" on it, like that just fits my brand of arrogance right there. Like I want the jacket.
Wait a minute. You're arrogant?
I mean, some people would say so.
I just think you're very, very
just
confident,
and I can back it up.
You're confident. Yeah. You're a confident young man.
Everything I say, I can do.
Yeah.
That was a really cool match. I'm excited to like watch them going forward, but I kind of want to I don't know who the Ring of Honor tag teams are. I want to see them defend against those guys.
Yeah,
because
it's
we've seen like all the AEW tag teams, and we've seen FTR against those guys. Matches can be good to great, but I want to see them defend against those other guys. I wouldn't mind seeing some AAA guys come up and be like, hey, we're here. You guys kind of got our belts and hold them hostage. And just keep bringing over New Japan tag teams. I'm a big Great O'Khan fan after the weekend. Let me tell you.
Yeah. I didn't know that guy was that cool.
Yeah, I didn't either. He wrestles and he hangs out with porn stars. I'm like, damn, what a life.
Like, it seems that's all he tweets about. Is that fair or no?
Yeah,
that's all I know.
I mean, y'all would tell me. I don't.
And then Jeff Cobb, who I didn't realize, J-Mo, you'll remember. You remember the monster Matanza Cuerdo from Lucha Underground?
Yes.
The guy that had the mask, can never talk. He was like behind bars. He was a champion for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
That's Jeff Cobb.
That's Jeff Cobb?
Yes.
Because remember, Jeff Cobb, he was part of that thing with Jericho where...
yes.
Yeah, and he was supposed to get signed with AEW, and something happened, and he went over to New Japan and signed over there. But I was wondering where he was at.
That is the monster Matanza Cuerdo from Lucha Underground.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. I was like, because I was watching him in the ring, I'm like, man, his wrestling style looks like very familiar. And I'm like, but I can't remember last time I saw it. And I'm like, I Googled it. I'm like, oh, he was just tossing around motherfuckers in Lucha Underground like they were pieces of paper. Got it. Yeah. So I'm fans of those guys. Bring them back. They're part of the United Empire too, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Bring all those guys over. Just let those guys have a run in AEW for a while. I'm a fan.
The Bucks on Friday night have a tag match against some New Japan guys too.
Insert Japanese guys here.
Wasn't a bunch of just Japanese Steves type stuff?
Yeah.
Yes.
Actually, they all kind of look like you, BA.
That's not good.
Except Japanese.
Bald-headed Japanese guys?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much.
And then watch Rampage 2 now? Damn.
Well, they are having a Royal Rampage to figure out who Moxley's first challenger is going to be.
That's coming up this Friday, though, right?
That's this Friday, yeah.
Yeah, okay, I don't mind that. I got flustered having to go back and watch Rampage from last time. I got to watch that, plus 8 hours of Forbidden Door. Like, goddamn. Only 24 hours in a day.
BA, it was 15 and a half hours. Let's be real.
It's 15 and a half, yeah.
Come on.
Sorry,
yeah.
Come on.
And the movie theaters they only had this weird smell to them.
Yeah.
Oh, the ventilation
you fuckers.
Tony Khan had to give us at least 2 hours.
Yeah, heard that. You guys were ripping me. It's going to smell like a bunch of J-Bos in there.
Oh, man. Tony Khan did have to give us a 2-hour match of that All-Atlantic, Harriet Tubman Underground Championship match.
Harriet Tubman.
Which, Jamin, let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
You knew the New Japan guy was going to take the pin, right?
Oh, God, yeah. I was like, yeah. It's like taking a pin.
Like, New Japan guy who looks like an Australian but is actually from LA. Oh, yeah. He's taking the pin here. For sure.
I was like, yeah.
Wasn't his name like Clark Connors or something?
Yeah. I think that's exactly what his name was.
Yeah.
It's your typical white guy name.
There you go.
Steve.
Yeah. Stevie
Steve.
Yeah,
Shout out to Pac for getting that belt. Very interested to see where they go with that. Are they just going to have it defended by people? I mean, not defended, challenged by people who are from the countries on the map. Which that'd be interesting. But
no,
I don't either.
I don't think
They got too many.
that serious.
They got too many belts for like not enough TV time, in my opinion. And they're also
get worse.
Yeah, it's gonna get worse. Those trios titles have been made. They're sitting in Tony Khan's room, he's probably just like breaking cocaine up on them right now.
Probably has done a line out for one of them.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Both of them at the same time. Come on now.
I wouldn't be shocked if they went on Adam Cole and Red Dragon.
I'd be here for that.
Could you imagine Adam Cole and Red Dragon versus Death Triangle?
Those matches, are gonna be.
I'd go to a movie for that. Yeah.
You would never smell the same after you walked out of there.
No, I wouldn't. I'd be okay with it too. It'd be like me when I walked out of that. When I walked out of Coach's in Atlantic City, hair was just all up and over the place, and I was like,
I don't even.
I'm never gonna be the same.
I don't even want to ask what that is.
I don't either.
It's a gentleman's club in the Trump Tower in Atlantic City.
I can only imagine.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. My buddy was building dollar bill houses for the strippers. They were picking them up at their butt cheeks.
Just their butt cheeks? All right, anyway.
Yeah.
So, continue. Keep J-Mo out of the penalty box.
J-Mo and Great O'Con would get along quite well, I think.
I believe it. Yes,
I think he may be my long-lost father.
My buddy J-Mo sits here with me, hang out with porn star.
J-Mo.
Oh, man.
I'd have like a full, like, what are those outfits they wear? Like the...
Gi?
Gi. I'd have a full gi.
Oh, a full gi.
What's a half gi? I don't even want to know. Well, I will ask this because all these questions about guys that are really good over in New Japan and specifically Will Ospreay. Dub, I'm gonna ask you first. Do you see in the future? Because Forbidden Door was a success. I can see them. This is definitely going to be on their calendar every year, I'd imagine, as long as stuff stays cool with them in New Japan. Because New Japan's also flirting with WWE in the background, so who knows? But Will Ospreay, if he signed with say AEW, and other guys follow because AEW has the money that New Japan doesn't, do you see New Japan getting upset and starting to get a little butthurt by guys going over there versus staying in New Japan?
No, because New Japan has just kind of made it their thing to pick off the top indie guys here, pay them a shit ton of money, and bring them over and just let them work. And then they understand that for American and European guys that are in the indies, that New Japan isn't the end all be all. Like they understand their role in this world. Like they know they'll never be a global monster, but they know that for as long as they're in business, they will sell out that Tokyo Dome every single year, and they know they can move around and sell out whatever shows they do. So, and they're not trying to be something huge like that. So, at some point, like I said, Ospreay's gonna be like, "Yo, we talking bags. We talking about bags of money."
Right.
New Japan's gonna be like, Go get your bag of money. I mean, Finn Balor did the same thing. AJ Styles did the same thing. Shinsuke Nakamura. Brock Lesnar at some point. Hogan. The Bucks. Cole.
Cody. Omega.
Yeah,
Page.
I see what you're saying.
And also, BA, you have to understand, New Japan has also made it their thing of developing guys, and then they turn them into stars, and then they're like, all right, cool, you can go get your money now.
Yeah, their whole developmental system is nuts. It's damn near military style of just, they got dojos all over Japan, and they got one in LA now, where
pretty dope.
Like you heard him talking on Forbidden Door, for those who weren't familiar about it, explaining the whole dojo system where you live there in like a legit dojo with like 4 other guys in a room, dorm style. You only get black trunks and black boots until you come up, and you're just a young boy. Yep. You're damn near an intern learning the ropes and shit, and then you gradually come up. Like it's not a system where they're building multimedia stars, where they're media training them too. Nah, they teaching you how to wrestle.
Yeah.
And they treat that shit. They treat that shit like it's a sport. They treat that shit like it's like tennis or like some. They treat it like something that you get your kid into early. That's like an individual sport, and you make them specialize in it. Which all parents have differentiating views on it. But that's how like, New Japan treats pro wrestling. So they have this crazy development system. So the guys they bring in, they're just brought in just to do the thing, do the things you do. We'll give you some bags of money for it. But then when you get big enough, we realize you're going to leave. But it's cool because we have this whole crop of kids ready.
Yeah.
Like Tanahashi, Okada, all of them.
Yeah.
They came up through that New Japan system. It's like, it's nuts when you really like look into it.
Yeah.
So no, I don't think they would be upset if they started losing guys because they're going to lose Will Ospreay.
Yeah.
They just are. Like, if they didn't want to lose Will Ospreay at some point, they should have never let him cross the pond and come over here. They put some eyes on him. At some point, Warner Discovery exec is going to watch Forbidden Door and is going to say, who the fuck is that guy?
Yo, it's E-Ray, the quasi-bad guy, the Diet Coke of evil, the side god of pod, and I'm here to tell y'all, come check out my show, Binge Flicks and Chill. You never know what you're going to get, but we always talking some good shit when it comes to television and the latest movies. So we want to bring y'all in. We want to make sure you have a good time. You learn something, you laugh, you cry, you might stab a nigga or two. I don't know what you're going to get, but that shit's popping. So come check out Binge Flicks and Chill. And it's me, E-Ray, and I'm out.
Yeah.
Why am I watching a 40-year-old in a dinosaur mask on Wednesdays? You better go get this kid. And Ospreay's like, what, 30? Yeah. They'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, BA, let me just run down a few people who've graduated from the dojo really quick, okay?
Let's hear it.
So you've got Adam Pearce, who's a WWE executive now.
Yes.
You've got Chris Benoit,
Yeah.
R.I.P. Daniel Bryan, Finn Balor, Frankie Kazarian, your boy, Great O'Khan, Jamie Noble, Joey Ryan. I shouldn't say his name on here, but Jushin Liger, Carl Anderson, Okada, Ken Shamrock, Suzuki. Who's the other one? Rocky Romero, Samoa Joe. I mean, Nakamura, like Dub said. I mean, the list just goes on and on.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
look. Now this is gonna be BA's The More You Know episode. All right.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with New Japan law like that. I know about it. I know it exists, but the intricacies that y'all just described to me, no idea. I think that's pretty fucking cool how they set up shop over there. That's pretty dope.
It's really dope. Like when you do the research on it, I fell down a long YouTube/Wikipedia rabbit hole when I learned all of this. And this is like over a span of like a couple of weeks. Like, I gotta learn more about this New Japan dojo shit. What's going on here? It's crazy. Yeah. And you know what's crazy? You guys know what the craziest thing about the New Japan dojo is?
Smells like J-Mo.
No. The head trainer, who's been doing this since the very beginning of time in like the 1930s, is Bobby Fish.
What? Oh, shit.
He's that old.
Bobby Fish
He's that old that he trained everybody in New Japan.
Wow.
It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right,
you
like right after the very first wrestling match of all time, it was Bobby Fish against his son. He went and started the New Japan dojo. It's crazy.
You're full of shit.
It wouldn't surprise me as he sits here and story tells me like I'm his grandson. It would not surprise me. That's why I didn't question him. Like Bobby Fish is old as shit and he knows what he's doing in the ring. So and he's been over there for a while. So wouldn't be,
He's the only person that remembers the very first wrestling match because he was in it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So anything
by the way,
happened at Forbidden Door like that?
By the way, that guy that was in the triple or the fatal four way for the Atlantic title, he was a graduate at the dojo. Clark I think his name's Clark Ryan. Yeah.
Clark Connors. His last name's definitely Connors. Anyways.
Yeah.
Anything else from Forbidden Door? Is that what you were gonna say, BA?
Yeah. Anything else?
Jay White retained his title, which I'm sure was a pretty good fatal four-way, and now Adam Cole is hurt again.
Yeah.
So he's out for an undisclosed amount of time.
I did hear about that. Yeah. Y'all all called Jay White retaining. I was being super.
I couldn't see any reason why.
No, he just
I
won it
thought,
too.
Hey, Adam Cole, baby, give him something to do.
No, hey, you're preaching to the choir. I say give Adam Cole every belt,
Yeah,
and we'll just figure it out from there.
He just won that Owen Hart tournament. Now he's doing jobs. Like that's what didn't make sense to me, but not much makes sense over there. So
well, here's the thing, BA. When the guys in the match are Adam Page, Okada, Jay White, and Adam Cole, no one's doing a job at that point.
Yeah.
Someone's just going over. Like, no one's actually doing the job. No one's going to lose anything by losing that match, except maybe Adam Page. He probably could have lost something if he took the pin. It's a whole other story, though. But yes, Forbidden Door, phenomenal show. I don't know if I'll end up paying for All Out, but Tony Khan, you got my money once. See if you can do it again. That is my challenge to you because I know you listen. With that being said, you know who wasn't at Forbidden Door, guys?
Kenny
MJF.
Omega. Kenny Omega.
In fairness, though, MJF said like 3 months ago when this shit was announced, "Don't even ask me. I'm not doing it. I'm not wrestling anybody."
This is true.
And he did stay true to that.
He is still very unhappy. But that being said, guys, unhappy people get traded all the time in the NBA, and NBA free agency just started. J-Mo, do you have something to add on before I get into the NBA free agency?
I want to talk about the main event. Sorry, BA. Don't put your hands in your face. I meant that with love.
J-Mo backtracking again.
Yeah.
No, I just want to get my point out. I want to talk about Jon Moxley really quick. That man has the loudest pops I have ever heard for a champion in a while.
People love that damn theme song.
That too,
I
but
hate that song. I've always hated that song.
That man, he gets just crowds behind him. It's insane how he gets a huge pop every time.
I think it's a lot to do with his whole Stone Cold Steve Austin 2.0 persona he's created for himself. This whole I'm walking through the crowd, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna cuss and drink, or used to drink before I went to rehab, and kick ass and kick all the Asian dudes' asses like he was talking about last week. I think that has a lot to do with his whole gimmick, which I'm here for. I like his gimmick, but I think that Wild Thing theme song has a lot to do with it too. Even though Dub hates it, it's nostalgic for me. I'm Cleveland guy, man. That shit reminds me of Major League every time I hear it. So I don't get mad when I hear it playing during matches for 5-10 minutes. But
maybe that's why I hate it, because it reminds me of Cleveland so much. I'm kidding. Cleveland, I love you. Cleveland, I love you. I'm kidding.
I'm kidding.
So yeah, Mox had a great pop in that match. I mean, what was the he won it, but was it a decent match, J-Mo?
Yeah, I mean,
it's Moxley beating up a Japanese guy. You've seen him once, you've seen him 1,000 times.
I mean,
it's always fun. So I'm here.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. The guy he wrestled, I didn't know too much about, but I enjoyed it. I thought it was a pretty solid match. Both of them put on a hell of a match. You know, they both showed their appreciation after the match. You know, and they.
J-Mo, podcast is an audible medium. No one can see you bowing.
He was bowing showing his bow. Sorry. But no, Dub, you were getting ready to transition us away from the Forbidden Door.
I mean, I just want to make sure, J-Mo, you don't want to talk about the main event of Starrcade 98, do you?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
No? Okay. All right. So,
Goldberg, no.
I'm just asking, just making sure. So, NBA free agency just started, and KD requested a trade out of Brooklyn. Big news. So, I have a trade that I would do in wrestling between two disgruntled stars that I think everybody would be happy with. Give me Sasha Banks for MJF straight up. What do you guys say?
Why not?
J-Mo?
I'd do it in a heartbeat. Now that I think about it, yeah.
Sasha Banks gives so much validity to that division. The matches she could have, the rivalry she could have, and then puts more star power in that division that's going to lose Jade in a year or two. And then MJF, rock it. Strap it on to the moon, no Cameron Grimes. You got a top heel. He can do all the things. He can have the matches. He can say the asshole-ish things because he never, ever wants to be a face and appeal to a child ever. Yeah, no. To the moon.
Before we get into fantasy booking this, I'm gonna backtrack to something you just said. Jade out of here in a year or two. What's up with that, man? You think she gonna leave AEW? AEW gave her shot, man.
Megastar.
I agree, megastar, yes, and I know WWE is the home of how to create and breed the megastar, but
we'll be lucky if Jade is still wrestling in 2 years.
Word. I don't know, man.
I think her and Bianca are so far and above the art form of wrestling in their potential stardom in the world that once they realize it and once they start knocking, I'm telling you guys, WrestleMania being in Hollywood next year is the worst idea ever. They're gonna go one look at Roman, one look at Bianca, and be like, nah, fam. Nah. Come get $30 million a movie and work for 30 days. Yeah. And then if Tony wants to be an asshole and run some Hollywood shows that same weekend, terrible idea for him too.
Oh yeah.
Because
you know his people gonna be down there though. This will be people all over Hollywood.
Oh yeah, because Jade gone.
I believe it.
Who else? Moxley. They'll try to pull him, although he seems like a guy who's just a wrestling guy, so they might not be successful with that. But Kenny Omega, they might try to snag him. There's some stars there that don't realize that they're superstars. But yeah, no, Jade's gone in 2 years. But
got it. Sorry to stop your fantasy booking, but I heard.
Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I got another trade I was thinking of that I think would benefit both AEW and WWE. I want to give you guys this one, and then I want you guys to throw one my way.
All right, let's hear it.
The Gun Club for the Viking Raiders. I think what the Viking Raiders, what their gimmick is, it'll work in AEW because they have a guy in a dinosaur mask. It'll work in AEW in a way that I don't think it ever worked in WWE. And those guys can go at that indie breakneck pace that, they can go at. And the Gun Club, those guys are sports entertainers.
I love them.
They can do all the sports entertainment things. And as I was watching Dynamite earlier, they sell like that's all they were told to do for the first 7 months of their training, like we were talking about in Young Rock earlier this week. Like they know how to put somebody over, and you put those two kids next to Uncle Triple H, and he'll send them to the moon. No Cameron Grimes.
Now, do you think they go to NXT or they go straight to the main roster though?
Ooh.
I bet you they show up in NXT.
I mean,
a little bit.
Yeah,
you could put them right. To me, you could put them right on the main roster after 2 years of AEW.
I think they look better in NXT though, and then give them like a 6-month run before you bring them up though. I think that would be cool.
Yeah, you could. I'm just saying, I think with those guys, you definitely have the option either way. It's not like they need to go to NXT to learn to work the hard camera or something. No, they got all the tools.
Fair. That's fair. I see what you're saying. They don't need it. That makes complete sense.
So all right, J-Mo. So give me a trade. Give me a trade.
I thought you were gonna go BA first.
No, BA's gotta grab some Chinese food off his porch real quick because
okay.
showed up with General Soul Shrimp, baby.
All right,
J-Mo. You have every the rosters you have at your disposal: WWE, AEW, New Japan.
Okay.
Those are the three.
All right, so I'm gonna get creative here because I like just chaos. I'm gonna do a 3-way trade.
Oh, okay.
Okay, we're gonna send Shinsuke Nakamura to New Japan, or I'm sorry, no, let's send him to AEW. I think he'd really thrive in AEW. Send him there. Okay, going to New Japan from AEW. We will send our Carl Anderson and Machine Gun. Are they New Japan or are they Impact still?
They are still Impact.
Okay. All right. So we'll send Jay White to WWE.
Ooh.
And then, so someone's got to go from AEW to New Japan, right? If I'm doing this right?
Correct.
So we would then you could send Hangman Page to New Japan.
Back to New Japan.
Back to New Japan, yeah. I think he'd do well. Yeah. I think that's a trade that works all for everybody.
Jay White to WWE, that's interesting. Because unlike E-Ray, who's just a Jay White hater.
He doesn't understand.
He just doesn't get that we're in the Switchblade era. Jay White would do well there.
Yes. But I think Nakamura would do great in AEW.
Nakamura would do great everywhere he goes.
Yeah.
Like, it's funny, people like shit on Nakamura's WWE run, but I mean, 2-time U.S. champion, Intercontinental champion, twice, Royal Rumble winner.
He was the World Heavyweight champion, wasn't he?
He was not. He lost every match he had to AJ Styles.
Oh, that's right.
2-time NXT champion. Like, it's not a bad run. And the thing is, not everybody's going to be the top guy. Like, I would take Nakamura's WWE run over a lot of people's WWE runs. Truthfully. That aren't, Randy, John, AJ. Like, fuck, if you really think about it, Nakamura's had a better WWE run than Balor.
Yeah.
He got booked pretty well when he came on the main roster for sure.
Yeah, he won the Rumble.
True. He got booked like a star. They showed him his respect when he showed up.
They had him beat John Cena on live TV on SmackDown.
Oh, yeah. Big facts.
Like,
Big facts.
Nakamura's had a good run. But anyways, BA, give me your trade. I was telling J-Mo while you were gritting your General South shrimp. The rosters you have to work with are WWE, AEW, and New Japan.
Do you want to tell BA my trade at least? I thought it was pretty good.
J-Mo say. It was Shinsuke, I'm assuming, because y'all were talking.
Yeah.
All right, so it was Shinsuke to AEW, Jay White to WWE, and Hangman Page back to New Japan.
That's solid, J-Mo.
Yeah, works out all three ways.
Incorporate New Japan or incorporate?
No, I'm just giving you the option.
I just wanted a little three-way action and not the Skyline version.
You fetishy motherfucker, J-Mo. You and your fetishes. I would have to say if I was to trade, it would be from WWE. I would switch up Carmella, and I would switch up her with Jamie Hayter on AEW.
Ooh.
Give him something new to do. Carmella's such a heel. Everybody loves to hate her. And I feel like Hayter's kind of just treading water for the eventual little beef that her and Britt are going to have. Is that fair to say?
No, yeah, that's 100%. That's 100% fair to say.
I think Carmella would do a lot more over there, and that would at least give Hayter a breath of fresh air on her side of the table.
It gives AEW another woman that can talk, which is what they're missing.
Big facts.
And then it would give AEW, WWE, like another powerhouse woman that can work at a high level and can do all the powerhouse moves. I knew this trade machine would be just a great idea. Damn it, J-Mo, I'm good. I'm full of good ideas, man.
You are, man.
I gotta tell you.
Some people call you arrogant. I just think you're confident.
Appreciate that, my brother. I really do. Yeah. Thank you for putting me over. That feels good.
Yeah.
All right. See, doing this now, I kind of wish I would have done an NBA draft, pro wrestling draft idea, and just talk about some of our favorite indie guys. Yeah. You know what? I fucked up right there. I own that one. I'll take that one. Anything from Raw you want to talk about, J-Mo? That Raw, 3 hours on Monday that we're all
was on TV this week.
Yeah. No, nothing.
No.
Nothing.
I saw.
It was a 20 years of Cena celebration.
Yeah. But by the way, did anyone else notice when he came in backstage and Becky Lynch was just sitting on the crate?
Yeah, just scowling.
By design.
Yeah.
Buying it to her. She's just selling her character.
Yeah, he shook hands with all the faces and kind of just walked past all the heels. It was very weird.
Well, he hugged Dolph.
Well, that's different.
Yeah.
They've been there so long together that you're like, well, all right, it's Dolph. Got to give Dolph some love.
Yeah.
Right.
He's had more face heel turns in the Big Show.
Yeah.
So you never know what he's really doing at any given time.
True.
That's
You
true.
never know who Dolph is. I'd say Triple H was the tweener of tweeners. Actually, it's Dolph. You don't know who he is until he started to talk.
Speaking of which, didn't Ziggler and Rude interrupt an almost victory 2 weeks ago and then super kick MVP?
Yeah.
Did anything ever come of that?
No.
Okay.
No, they
All
were
right.
supposed to get a tag team name change too.
Okay. I'm just making sure I didn't miss anything. I'm like,
Yeah.
I feel like they picked something up and then they just dropped it again.
Yeah. Well, I think that might have been to the they might have dropped it because old Vinnie Mac couldn't keep his snake in his pants.
His hands to himself.
Oh man,
What a kindergarten. He couldn't find
we
hands,
definitely
feet, and
did 2
objects.
hours on that.
Yeah.
Yes. Good times.
I know. I listened
Good
to that episode.
Well, we appreciate you for supporting your friends. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you.
Appreciate
You're
it,
welcome, buddy.
friends.
All right, guys. So
So, cause I had to step away for a brief second. What did I miss about Super Cena? What we talking about with Super
I just asked JMO if he had anything he wanted to talk about for Monday Night Raw. He didn't even know it came on television.
Damn.
He thought it was just a Peacock exclusive.
I mean, I can speak a little bit to Raw because I was feeling nostalgic with the Cena stuff. It was cool. I hate skinny Cena. That shit's just weird to me. He's Hollywood Cena. I don't know if I'm for that. It's hard to see him as Super Cena now. He's so
Are you telling John Cena to get in the gym?
I'm telling him to switch up his workout in the gym. I know
Because he listens to the pod, and he's
I don't want the people.
he's gonna invite you to be in the gym with him.
You're gonna hear the trumpets in a minute, and not the ones you talked about last week.
No Ebenezer Toes and Barry Jones.
No. By the way, they did mention Ezekiel's other brother Elrod this week.
See, told you. He's coming. And then Ebenezer, he's like his other brother, Ebenezer, the oldest.
If they announce that Raw is coming to Cleveland, and then they say Ebenezer is making an appearance, I can't tell you how quickly I will hop on the turnpike.
August 8th, they will be here.
Yeah.
It lines up.
Yeah, if at the end of July on Raw, Kevin Owens is saying, I don't even care about your brother Ebenezer, and Ezekiel's like, that's funny. My brother Ebenezer lives in Cleveland. I'm on the turnpike.
The SummerSlam build is going to be a 401 handicap match with Kevin Owens versus Ezekiel, Elias,
Elrod,
Ebenezer, and Elrod.
Elrod will be played by Damian Sandow.
Yep, there you go.
J-Mo, that's a great idea.
I'm waiting for it. He's got to be a part of one of the
that
keep on falling out of.
That's a great idea.
God, that'd be great.
That's such a great idea.
So, let me ask you something, Doug, because you're a pretty smart guy. How did they do the Ezekiel and Elias thing?
Oh, they gave him a beard weave.
And that's the Eddie Murphy trick in the book, man. Nutty Professor. Come on.
No. They made Eddie Murphy. He was fat.
But I'm talking about keeping them in the scenes at the same time. I thought that's what I'm talking about.
Okay. Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Yeah, they just wide shot it out and splice it up.
Yeah, with the beard weave. Yeah,
Okay. I was curious how they would do that. Yeah.
It's very well done. I will say that much.
Yeah, very well.
For the record, listeners, my beard is not a weave. If there's ever video release of this show, this is real here. This is real hardware. You gotta. This is hard work, and dedication.
Oh, I just thought you just lost the hair up top and you just patched it to your face.
My fro beard, leave me alone.
Your fro beard.
Isn't it like a kid for like a kid's toy where you can magnet the hair from the top to the BA? Is that what you did?
No,
I just thought you got the LeBron treatment, but it went to the bottom of your face instead of the top of your face.
No, I'm what LeBron should be doing. He should give up like I did. He never will.
All right. Can we stop talking about that guy?
Yeah, I don't want to make Dub upset.
Thank you. Pistons are having a great offseason. I don't want to think about that guy.
Yeah, that Kemba Walker deal is really good.
Yeah, we bought him out. We got more cap space. It was great. We got a whole bunch of shit from the Knicks for basically a thank you card.
Yeah, and you also got another thank you card from the Knicks today, too. You signed Kevin Knox.
Again, expiring contract.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Wrestling podcast.
Wrestling
podcast. Yes, you're right.
So nothing else.
How did you guys feel about the Austin Theory segment with Cena?
I loved it. Actually, I did see that. I did see that, but I thought it was really good. Also, big fan of Cena's new apparel. I love the
do
hat.
like his new shirt. I like his
The
shirt.
new shirt was cool. The new hat was cool. It's not Fruity Pebbles, as The Rock calls it.
Yeah.
But I was a very big fan of the new stuff.
So that segment was fire.
Yes, that was.
What
good.
about
I did see that?
What about Cena and the Street Profits?
Fire.
Yeah, that was good. Are you talking about the segment where he took a sip out of the cup and kind of gave Montez that look?
No. The one where they were talking to him, and the Profits were like, "Yeah, we've never been able to actually beat the Usos." And John Cena's like, "You just have to be who you are." And then Montez interrupted him. Never give up. I was like, God damn it.
I love
Montez Ford needs to be headlining WrestleMania in 2 years.
He is in the launch pad, ready to be sent to the moon.
He is so good.
Waiting. He's just waiting for them to press the button. It's strapped up to his back. He's just waiting to go.
If the main event of WrestleMania in 3 years isn't Montez Ford, Austin Theory, and Braun Breaker, I will be shocked. 100% shocked.
Dub, you're right. It will be. And then the next night on Monday Night Raw, Brock Lesnar will return and beat Montez Ford for the title.
The Black Champion Slayer strikes again.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's
So
his eventual WWE documentary that comes out, The Black Champ Slayer.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
I mean, him and Moxley got something in common. They both like to beat up.
Yeah, ethnic groups. Big fan.
Yeah, I was trying to word that properly.
I helped you out.
So we didn't get canceled. Thanks,
Bridge
man.
you out there. Bridge you out. Yeah.
But here's the thing. Here's the difference, though. Brock is just booked to beat Black Champions. Moxley seems like he kind of likes doing it. It's really weird.
It's his newest hobby since rehab.
Yeah.
He can't drink anymore.
That's what his therapist says. You should just beat up Asian people. It seems to really keep you in your good spirits.
Seems to really calm you down and keep you away from the alcohols.
Yeah.
Oh,
But by the way, I listened to his oral sessions with Renee, his wife.
Whoa,
And,
I didn't know where that was going.
you can say the Renee show.
I wish you would just say like his wife's podcast.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Whenever I hear oral sessions, I'm like, whoa, what's happening? I almost had.
But he was talking about how he drinks non-alcoholic beer now. It's the Athletic Brewing, like so he likes that a lot, and he got all pissed off at Daniel Bryan because he makes him go to Whole Foods now before the shows.
That's hilarious.
Can anyone see John Moxley just wandering around Whole Foods?
Looking for a non-alcoholic beer. I don't drink that old dual shit.
He's just walking around angry as shit.
That sounds like a great television show.
Yeah. He goes, I go there, I get my food, I get my non-alcoholic, and I get out. He's like, fucking Brian makes me go there. I would just love to come to the Whole Foods that's by my apartment over here on Dublin and just see John Moxley angrily walking up and down the aisles looking for shit.
In his ring garb.
Oh yeah, he definitely wears that shit everywhere. There's no question in my mind. He wears that shit everywhere.
At Alexis Bliss's wedding, so it would not shock me. Just the fanny pack edition. That's it.
Lives the gimmick.
Oh,
lives the fucking gimmick.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, Montez moved forward to the moon. Did another frog splash and almost hit his head on the Money in the Bank briefcases, which is hilarious.
Always showing up on hops.
Gotta love it. Anyways, nothing else from Monday Night Raw? Nothing. Nothing.
Yeah, not really.
No,
I mean, it just made me look up a disappointed Money in the Bank card. Like that's all it really made me do was Google that. Like, oh, let's see what's happening Saturday, as I found out, not Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh. So you're saying you want to run down this Money in the Bank card right now? Is that what you're saying?
Let's rip the Band-Aid off.
All 5 matches?
That's all I'm saying.
6.
It's like a glorified SmackDown episode almost, man. The way they're marketing it. It's like Saturday night's main event.
I mean, at least make it interesting like they did a couple years ago where Dub and I witnessed a murder while we watched it.
You mean like the Money in the Bank and the Nakatomi Tower, the die-hard Money in the Bank?
Yeah, Mysterio jumped off of there, like.
No, Baron Corbin threw him off.
Oh yeah,
Baron Corbin threw him off. Yeah,
it's a big difference.
Yeah, that's a hate crime right there. Is what we watched.
Yep. Yeah. It's good for one every 10 years to be the other half of the hate crime, getting beat down.
I really want them to do that again. Not now, maybe in like 5 years or something. But
when the next
that was
pandemic happens.
Yeah, it was just so stupid that I loved it. like AJ Styles going into the Undertaker like memorabilia room and getting freaked out. I'm like, this is just high quality shit.
Daniel Bryan running into Vince's office while he's sitting in there, just straight comedy.
You're like, wait, why are you in your office this late at night?
Working.
I wouldn't be shocked if they did something stupid in Vegas like this.
Nah, I don't think so for this one. But all right, let's run through this card. I know you guys aren't excited for this card, but here's the thing about this card: it's all championship matches and Money in the Bank briefcases. So at least everything has stakes to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's just start with the one that none of us are looking forward to at all. Ronda Rousey and Natalya. Anybody care?
No. I did see a really
sister showing up.
Yeah, I did see a really cool video of like SmackDown after scenes. I don't know how I came across it, of Shayna Baszler and Ronda talking, and Ronda's like, "Hey, I'm gonna need your help in this match against Natty," and Shayna's like, "I'm not Ronda. I'm not getting involved in this. She's my tag team partner."
I did see that.
Like, this is all like out of like character. It was kind of interesting to hear them talk.
Really out of character?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Shayna was just like talking normal. It was not like the normal Shayna like bravado that she presents when she talks. It was just her being like, "Yeah, I'm not getting involved in this. That's my tag partner. You're my friend."
And Ronda's like, Ronda's like, "How long have you known her compared to me?" And she's like, "And plus, you and Natty weren't even a thing until Sonya put you guys together." And it's pretty interesting, BA. If I could find it again, I'll shoot it over to you.
I did see that's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, so it's Ronda. So this is kind of like not gimmicky and all that stuff. So is she trying to book her own shit? Like strong arm her own fucking storyline now? She that much of a vet?
I have no idea.
That's what it sounds like to me. If she tried,
I mean, you figure there aren't that many like women on the roster, and I don't know.
There aren't that many people on the whole roster, Dub.
This is true.
They show on TV. You saw the people that were standing there for those handshakes from John Cena. There's the people. I was like, anytime that happens, and this is gonna sound terrible. Please don't put me in a penalty box. How come I don't like every time like they have somebody die or somebody like something big happens and they bring out the whole roster? There be people I forgot about that were even wrestling still that show up. Like my guy, that was
just say you're talking about T-Bar. We know you're talking about T-Bar.
What up, y'all? It's your boy Smiles, aka Hip Hop Adam Schefter, aka LaJosh James, aka for all the ladies, the Chocolate Sauce Bandit. You already know what it is. Tune into an Audible Ruckus every week, and don't forget to check out my 2 shows at Shot vs. Smiles and Music Impulse on all streaming platforms: Spotify, Apple, SoundCloud, Amazon Music, whatever. Tune in. It's your boy Smiles, and I'm out.
Come on. Like,
I was like, oh, hey, there's
I was talking. Actually, I know T-Bar's doing this whole thing. They're trying to get our guy LA Knight over at that Max whatever.
No. He's
Max
doing Mace
Dupree.
Oh yeah. Okay, so
T-Bar is
Dijakovic.
Yeah.
Got you. Yes.
Yeah, that's who you're talking about. Yeah,
no,
we know.
Actually, I'm talking about Akira Tozawa because I saw him and was like, "Whoa, he's still here. He's not on AEW Dark." Like,
how did you not know that? He's been chasing around the 24/7 title for like.
Bro, anytime I see Brooke come on my TV, it is bathroom break time or Reggie or whatever.
He had a whole ass wedding.
Yeah,
and I saw probably 2 minutes of it.
By the way, Dana Brooke just was involved in a bad car accident.
I did see that.
Yeah.
Prayers up to Dana Brooke.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right, back to this card, guys.
Yeah.
Stop distracting me, BA, with your oh my god, he's still in the league talks.
Tell him to stop coming out. Stay in catering. I won't say nothing.
Shit, I would be.
Yeah.
Ronda Rousey wins that match, right? There's no way Natalya wins. Okay.
Yeah. It's just giving her something to do. That's why they put Natalya in the ring with her. She's a good worker.
So let's just keep it with the women's matches. Belair beats Carmella, right? There's no way they pulled this belt off Bianca Belair, right?
I didn't even know Carmella was challenging for a title.
So Rhea Ripley is hurt.
Okay.
Like hurt to where like she's not even showing up.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, like they said, oh, you're hurt, go home. That being said, Finn Balor as the leader of Judgment Day, this is kind of working for me. Him just walking around backstage being an asshole. I'm like,
Yeah, I've always been a fan of heel Finn.
Like it works because, especially with Damian Priest standing beside him, because we all know that Finn Balor is one of the best wrestlers in the world, so he can go with anybody. But for him to have a heavy beside him too, it just makes it so much better to me because it's like, well, he could whoop your ass because he's Finn fucking Balor, but he could also have this other guy handle his light work. I can't call him a young guy because Damian Priest is like 95 years old.
Yeah.
But anyway,
He's like a real life vampire.
Yeah.
that's right. I am
Right.
a real
Me and Bobby
vampire.
Fish, we wrestled the first match together.
Yep, they did.
I turned him into a vampire.
And they look exactly the same way they do now too.
All right, so Belair wins that one. We're all staying the same on that one.
Yeah.
Women's Money in the Bank match. We got Lacey Evans, Alexa Bliss, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Asuka, Shotzi, Becky.
Wait, Shotzi's still on the roster?
She was wrestling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shotzi's still in the
She
league.
had that terrible. She was involved in that terrible promo with Ronda when she said something about that ended.
Oh, you want to? He said,
okay.
"Oh yeah, oh Shotsky, you want to Shotsky? It's on ski."
That's what it
Oh.
was. Yeah.
Rhonda said that.
Yeah, that's something.
Rhonda's like aggressively getting worse on the microphone. It is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Nobody there to hold her up to make her look good, decent. Not
Yeah.
even good, decent.
I mean, I wonder who could do that.
Yeah.
Sasha, maybe. I don't know.
Sasha.
I
Yeah.
don't know, maybe. Or-
Crazy.
Naomi.
Oh. Naomi was always good on the mic, and super athlete. It's crazy, man.
Crazy.
Yeah, guys. Women's Money in the Bank ladder match winner. Give me some picks. BA.
Man, I want to say, but I have a strong feeling Lacey Evans is gonna be walking around with that briefcase for the next 6 to 9 months.
Did
Becky's
you
not
see
in
her? Becky is in it.
Oh, she is?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
she
Sorry.
won a last chance, like I think 6-way match on Monday.
Oh, okay. That's right. Xia Li was in that. And I was like, oh, hey, welcome back.
Welcome back. See you later. In
She's still in the league.
Yeah, still in the league. Yeah.
Yeah, I and the reason why I say what I said was because
Is it because they gave Lacey Evans a new T-shirt that looks like the Dipset logo?
that
Hashtag everything is Dipset.
it is because hashtag everything is wrestling.
Boom.
Yes, they their way they've been booking her in these weird promos and the random brand switch. They're about to give her a push, and we all know Money in the Bank is the perfect way to give a wrestler a push without it seeming forced because they won that good old contract. So I can see that, but I think Becky should win this match just because she's fucking Becky Lynch. So
Becky wins and then Ghost takes Ronda's title.
I hope, man. Jesus, I would buy a Becky Lynch t-shirt if that happened, man. You heard it here, right here recorded. It's June
J-Mo.
30th.
Give me your Miss Money in the Bank.
I think it's finally time to do it. Put it on Liv. I think she's going to go. I think she's going to go to SmackDown and take that title.
So here's why I say they don't put it on Liv. Because both of your champs are baby faces.
Well,
Don't get me wrong. Either one of your champs can be heel at the time.
Yeah.
I want Liv to get it, but like I think the way they've been treating Liv, at this point she has to get that belt at Mania. I think she has to
so
like
much term. She's on that Kofi track.
that slow
she's
build.
taking.
I thought she has to win that belt at Mania at this point. Don't get me wrong. If she did, I'd be happy as fuck. Big Liv Morgan fan over here. Just from her improvements when she was just some Jersey girl in Jordan 1s with high socks, with no personality, to where she is now. Whew.
Yeah, big changes. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going Lacey Evans too, especially since they said, reports came out that at some point this character will be heel. Boom. Give her that briefcase. Just please don't let her use it on Becky. That would on Bianca. That would that would upset me so much.
Like same night type stuff, like when it didn't come out during her match type shit, or
Yes,
just period. Okay. Yeah.
that would bother me so much.
I don't think we see any of that at this show, man. No, this show is just like they're doing this because
Well,
it's on the calendar.
you can only see it with the women's match because remember Roman ain't there.
Yeah.
True.
They made Roman to show up to work on Friday, and he beat Matt Riddle's ass like a nigga that got called in on his day off. I saw that anger in his eyes. I said, "Oh, this is a match, and they are wrestling, but some of this ain't for play."
That might be the analogy of the year that I've heard. That was so true. When I saw the way he was talking, the way he was acting, like y'all really got me out here again. And I think
he was upset. I could tell.
I'm happy that he was really like mad and he was letting it come out in his character. And not only just that, now he was announced before the Vince McMahon scandal, correct? The match with Riddle.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That's just so Vince inserted himself to get that pop on that. Got it. Okay. So I was gonna say maybe they did that because of the Vince McMahon stuff. But
no, they did it because
on the calendar.
half the roster got their arms and legs falling off, and Randy Orton needs a backiotomy. So they was like, shit. Hey, Roman, I know it's your day off, but we short staffed. And he showed up
hilarious
like a motherfucker who had been called in on his day off.
Oh yeah. It would have been even funny if he showed up just in like his workout clothes, not even his gear.
Oh man. And props to him for letting Riddle get in the offense that he did. Because when he was done letting Riddle get some offense in, he beat the shit out of that man.
Yeah, he's a professional end of the day. He knows he's working a match. He's gotta make it look a little believable.
You could see the frustration in his eyes. Anyways, that being said, Riddle is not winning that Money in the Bank.
Nope. That was his Money in the Bank, that SmackDown.
That was his moment until they decide to give him his moment, whether it be at a future Rumble, Mania, or SummerSlam. But who do you guys have winning the men's Money in the Bank? Seth, Drew, Sheamus, Omos, Sami Zayn, Riddle, or TBD. And I'm assuming at this point that TBD is Ebenezer A.
That'd be great. I'm gonna just jump in right now. I would say, just want to say, I don't want to say what I am because he hasn't won a match since like 2016. Seth freaking, please.
Seth freaking, Joker Seth.
It would be perfect for him to run around with that briefcase. He's already a chaotic character, so this just adds to the chaos. And no Cody, we need Seth to do something, and there's nothing more something than him walking around talking about how our champion isn't even here for me to be able to drop the briefcase on. So
I like it.
And then maybe, and even more so, maybe he pulls an RVD from when he won the contract. He says, "Nah, bro, I'm not gonna sneak up on you. SummerSlam, me and you, Roman, show up, get off your yacht, and come wrestle."
It's Roman Brock at SummerSlam.
Oh yeah. Three. What about we were talking about the three? The triple threat.
Seth did pull off the heights of the century, and Roman Brock won.
Yeah.
True.
Heights of the century too.
Can bring it all full circle and in this circle of chaos with Brock and Roman on these main events. That would be the perfect way to close it.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea, BA. J-Mo, what do you think?
Seth freaking Rollins.
Gotta be, man.
It's gotta be.
I'm going Seth as well. As BA, I'm sure you remember a few weeks ago, I booked out Seth taking his belt off of Roman to free up Roman for Roman Rocket Mania, and then Cody Seth at Mania for the belt when Cody. I think Cody's coming back at the Rumble. So yeah, I'm picking Seth to win this too. I think he holds it till like Survivor Series or something.
Now,
that's my prediction.
Will he come after both or just one? Is it just a WWE?
No, it's one title.
Okay, gotcha.
Which makes no sense to me because the women's title isn't unified.
Truth. I see what you're saying, J-Mo.
I mean, yeah.
But I mean, a lot of what WWE is doing and always does, there's always at least a hint of like what the fuck in it. So Yeah, here's your hint of what the fuck. So,
but they put a story behind unifying the titles. They didn't just do it. They said they had Brock win the Rumble and then Brock win the WWE title, and Brock was like, "No, I want all the titles because I want to go beat Roman's ass for being a bitch." So they put a story behind it. So they didn't just do it blindly. But I mean, don't get me wrong. I would love to see Bianca Belair show up and beat the shit out of Ronda and take that title too. Have no problem. Send Ronda home.
Hashtag send Ronda home.
Please.
Hashtag send Ronda back to the farm.
Please.
Yeah.
Raise your kids. Anyways, what other matches are on this card? Oh, undisputed tag titles. The Usos versus the Street Profits. I don't see any reason for them to pull any belt off of any Bloodline member.
Yeah.
But I love the Profits, man. I really do.
Yeah, man. It's hard.
I would love for the Profits to win it and for Roman just to be pissed on Fridays. Like, now I got to worry about y'all and this foreign boy wrestler, man. Like, you can add some layers to the story there, but I just can't see any reason for them. Especially with FTR holding 25 belts, for them to take the belts off of what is like their best tag team right now.
Yeah, but Vince don't give a fuck about tag teams. Let's be real.
Vince ain't running the company anymore, BA.
But the people running it are running it. And no, time out. Vince is not the CEO. He's not running the business aspect. But
he's still running
is
creative.
100% involved in creative right now.
Yeah, he's still running creative.
With that being said, to your point, Dub, I don't see the Bloodline losing anything just because they're the hottest thing that they have in their company right now. But it would be a great way to start the booking hell that they made for themselves with the Bloodline by making them start to look vulnerable by having them lose titles to the Street Profits, which would piss off Roman, which would create him getting flustered. Like you said, worrying about the farm boy. Now I got to worry about y'all not being able to hold up y'all end of the bargain. Him just looking like a flustered heel, and then making him able to lose one of these titles because he got all this other stuff going on. He's trying to hold down, do all this stuff as a tribal chief.
And on the bill to SummerSlam, you have the Bloodline jumping Brock and actually getting like one over on Brock, and then the Profits help out Brock. Profits get that Brock rub. Profits get that Brock rub.
Yeah, and that makes more sense just because they need something for the Bloodline to do while Roman's on his vacation until SummerSlam. That would be the perfect. It'd be a lot of just dumb three-man tag team matches. I could see if Brock's gonna be there on Mondays, or
even better, Roman's kind of there. The Usos and Sami Zayn, they're all in there jumping Brock. And you get the Profits and Drew in there, and then you get Drew and Brock staring at each other in the ring for the first time since their match, and you're like, oh. And then you got the Profits in there too, so then they get more of this main event rub. Like, there's ways you can do it to have the Profits win, and like really give them something before you inevitably break them up and you put the rocket on Montez Ford.
And that's where I was gonna say I think they need to win those titles so they can have the eventual
they need to have more spotlights for those guys. Yes.
Right.
I
agree.
agree.
They need the clout so they can have beef between each other. Angelo and Montez, I'm saying, so they can break up. They don't have a reason to break up. They've been fighting, they've been striving for this since they came up from NXT. As far as and then to beat the best tag team in the business according to WWE and the Usos. Would definitely put them in that conversation of a elite tag team, which I think that they probably want to do first before they break up. They want to at least achieve some greatness in the tag team realm and not just be known as just great wrestlers to people that follow it.
Well, BA, to me, they have achieved greatness. Raw and SmackDown tag team champions, NXT tag team champions, Evolve SmackDown tag team champions. Like they've had a run. Like they just haven't beat the two guys that you could put up there as one of the greatest tag teams of all time in the Usos.
That's what I was gonna say.
Especially in WWE terms.
Yep.
So you're saying the Usos are Jordan and Montez Ford are the Utah Jazz?
Right now, yeah.
Jazz never won.
And Dawkins.
That's the
Exactly.
point.
They never beat them. That's the point, BA.
But they
That's
won.
the point.
But
as of right now, they're the Jazz.
Dub made the point. They won. They won every title there is outside of
the Jazz won that Western Conference Finals, and like they had
all the time.
Yeah.
But okay.
And Carmelo was like, top 3 in scoring for forever.
Yeah,
true.
And John Stockton's like number 1 or 2 in assists by a large margin.
Yeah.
With playing a lot less games. Yeah, no, the Jazz are the Jazz. And unfortunately right now the Profits are the Jazz.
Yeah.
I guess I just don't want the Profits to be the Utah Jazz. That's why I'm so adamant against
it.
I think of them in a higher light than the most boring / best basketball team of the 90s in the Jazz. So yeah.
No, we're not comparing styles. We're just comparing records at right now.
Achievements and such.
Yes, because the Usos are Jordan. Like, I think when they finally go into the Hall of Fame and either their cousin, their father, or the New Day inducts them, I think the Titantron has to be, hey, remember they was doing face paint and shit? Something changed right here when they decided to be heel Uso, and that music changed. From there, it has been no turning back.
Yeah.
No turning back.
Uso Penitentiary.
The Uso Penitentiary. When they decided to open that up, you're like, oh, this is it. They found, and that was the thing. They found their thing with that, but you can't say that they were bad before that. You're just like, they were good, and they were just going to be good forever, but then they just went great. But, good doesn't get you in the Hall of Fame. Great does. Last match on this card. Here we go. Bobby Lashley and Theory for the Dipset Championship of the United States of America. I'm going Bobby. I'm going Bobby.
What?
I think they keep it on Theory.
Let's hear Dub. He's the contrarian here. Let's hear it.
Here's why you put that belt on Bobby. Because if you think you can get Cena Theory at SummerSlam, you have to take it, and you also can't tie up a title with it because SummerSlam is a 2-day event. That's like 94 hours of wrestling. And I don't know how you can do 94 hours of wrestling without having the U.S. title defended. That being said, Bobby's going to get it, and they're not going to have anything for Bobby to do for a while. And you might end up getting Bobby Omos 17 at SummerSlam. But, and I only say this if you think we're getting Cena Theory at SummerSlam. Because Cena's promo was real like, hey, I don't know when I'll be back, and I don't know when I'll be doing this again. It's making it sound like, A, he doesn't know if he'll be at SummerSlam, and B, he doesn't know how many more matches he has left, and it sounded like it's not a lot. So I think anytime you can pull the trigger on those, like, I think Cena, Rock, they don't have Triple H anymore. They don't have Taker anymore. They don't have Kane anymore. They got Brock. But those guys, like, when you can get them, you have to get them, and you have to take it when you have that chance. They have an open line to Brock because Brock ain't doing shit else. But Rock, Cena, Austin, like, when you can get those guys, you have to take that chance, and you have to put it on your big stage, but you don't want to tie up a title with it because you can't have Cena, because you're going to want to have Cena go over on the kid, but you're going to want to give the kid a strong showing, but you don't want to have Cena go over and weaken your championship, but also you don't want to have him take that title either because he's not going to be there on Monday. Right. That's why you put that belt on Bobby. And then it keeps Bobby lukewarm to hot for whatever the fuck else they got going on until Survivor Series. And then, he could challenge Roman at some point for that and then lose after they take the U.S. belt off of him or whatever. So I think that's why you have to put it on Bobby, just because it keeps Bobby warm enough to where at some point he could challenge Roman again, and it opens up you to put Theory in that spotlight for his prove it moment, because he's doing great now, but SummerSlam will be the biggest match of his career, and it'll be against the guy who's arguably the greatest of all time. That is my soliloquy about that. Did I change your minds? Did I change your minds at all? That was the real question.
You changed mine. The whole no title being tied up thing. I think they learned their lessons from the Rock Cena nonsense of those WrestleManias. Especially with Rock literally just not showing up from one WrestleMania to the next. Yep. That was problematic for them. So I'm sure, like Vince said, never again.
Well, no. Rock only had the title from Rumble to Mania. Yeah.
Oh, when he showed up and beat CM Punk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which again was a problem.
That's that's a whole show. But to your point you made, that's what makes the most sense. I don't want to speak for J-Mo, but I think he was probably also thinking this as well, is you can't have Theory lose to Bobby in that scenario, because it will make him look weaker at that point in time, and he hasn't been made to look like that. And
no one looks weak standing across from Bobby Lashley.
Well, I would.
Right. Like no, just to have the bravery to stand across from Bobby Lashley, you know, it puts you up there. You're like, because you're not supposed to win standing across from that guy at all, unless you're Brock or Roman or Drew.
Right. I get that, and the way they've been booking Theory with Bobby, kind of like embarrassing Bobby Lashley and trying to be like jokey with him. Like Bobby's like like a little ant that keeps on like picking at like a bear, and that bear about to go ape shit. So I could see that, and then I could definitely see, because Cena has to put Theory over. It's what it has to happen, especially like you said, the promo was very much so like he's probably got like I could say maybe 5-6 matches left. Is kind of the vibe I got from Cena.
So Cena has to put Theory over, but Theory can't go over in that match.
I understand. Like, yeah. He has to.
Having Theory beat John at this point would be insane. Mm-hmm. Because
he's got to do some.
Granted, Theory's like a 7-year veteran at this point, but we're talking about the greatest of all time.
Correct.
You can't. He can't and John can do the job, but make Theory look great, and then even give him that rub at the end. Just looking at him like, damn, this motherfucker here. Mm-hmm. Kind of the same way he did to Styles when he even when he beat Styles after Rumble, he was like, I don't know what I have to do. Like I've done everything, and this guy just keeps getting up. Like, so yeah, but.
I can see Theory like grabbing like some word like brass knucks and knocking him out to beat him at SummerSlam or some shit like that. So, I agree with you. He can't just beat him clean and look great in the match. It has to be something sneaky.
Yeah.
To go down.
No. Theory can't win the match at all.
At all? He can't even cheat.
Theory cannot.
No sneaky shit.
Theory cannot beat John Cena at SummerSlam at this point in his career. Theory can look great.
That's fair.
By the end of that match, the announcers have to be saying Austin Theory has nothing to be ashamed about, but you can't book him to beat John Cena. That right now, that sounds nuts. Because you think he's coming out off of a loss to Bobby Lashley.
Right.
So he loses to Bobby, but then beats, again, who people argue is the greatest of all time.
But he's not just beating him though. Like he's doing some cheap shit. That's why I'm saying like it can happen if it's done in a very dirty.
But then you have to keep it going.
I see from the whole like John got to get his get back.
Yeah, you had. Never does a heel go over in like the heel way, and they don't have any get back at all.
You're right.
They don't, because that's an incomplete story.
I guess I think that Theory's further along than what you guys do as far as being able. I know Vince loves him. That's why I think that these things can happen because he wants.
I said Theory's going to main event WrestleMania in 2 years. Like he's there. Like truthfully, if Roman and Cody weren't there, Theory and Braun Breaker would be main event WrestleMania next year. Mm-hmm. But like, I see what you're saying. But you have to get him there. Like you have to make him a believable main eventer. So he has to like challenge those guys. So he has to like really challenge Bobby in this match too and lose. But then he also has to like go over a couple of guys in the weeks leading up to Cena. Like he's got to beat the shit out of Dominic. He's got to beat the shit out of Ray. He's probably got to like go over on like, I don't know, Shelton if Shelton's not hurt. Like whoever the faces are, whoever like those doorkeeper type guys are to the main event, he has to beat those guys while talking his shit to Cena. And then Cena's like, you know what? I'm here to shut you up. I don't know how many more matches I got left, but guess what? You getting one of them and you getting this ass whooping. And then Theory, and they also have to let Theory go. They have to say, John, we trust you, and Kid, we trust John, and John's gonna let you go. And Theory has to do everything on the indies that got him to where he is. That crazy springboard Spanish fly he does off the middle rope, all of it. But he still has to lose. But Cena has to break out everything. He has to do that code red, that disgusting leg drop he does off the top rope. He has to do an avalanche AA, then roll him through to another AA, then roll him through to a third AA, and then that has to be the thing. And then he doesn't have to finish him there. They can give him the Austin finish, and he chokes Theory out with the STF, and Theory passes out.
Yeah,
but Theory
like
can't win that match.
Those endings though make him look like a face though, because he's like everybody, like you said, everybody was looking at how great he was, and he was such a like you said, like that, like Theory has nothing to be ashamed of type of feel. I feel like for him, like you can do that with AJ because AJ came in as a face. Theory's a heel. Like have you seen a lot of outside of the turn?
But he can talk his way back into being heel the next night. Theory's really good on the mic.
True.
And there's people on that roster he could just smack up and be a heel right then again.
I guess I could see him riding that like accolade as like something, as like that's some heel shit to do. Like he won a title because they gave him his props in the John Cena match. And
he can do the heel things in the ring. Take the turnbuckle off, throw John into it, do all the heel work, but he has to be able to work in like the indie type of way and get all of his stuff in, along with like the natural heel type work. But like he can't win that match because you don't have John the next week, and also Theory's not that main event level. Because if you beat John Cena at SummerSlam, you need to be on the short list to be challenging Roman tomorrow.
I get that, especially because of how that was booked last year with John and Roman.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah,
that.
like think about how much think about how long it took Roman to beat John. Like the first time they faced off.
True.
Like it took everything out of Roman to beat John, and then now that Roman's in God mode, he beat the shit out of John. But again, it's John. It means a lot to have a victory over that guy. Like they put Shinsuke Nakamura over John when they gave him a world title run. I mean not run, scene. Same thing with Finn Balor. When Finn beat him and they gave Finn the cover, guess what? He's competing for the world title. Like it means something to beat that guy. So no matter what the match is and how good it is, Theory can't go over right now. Now if you can get it back at Survivor Series or at the Rumble or something, then Theory has to go over because Theory's a guy that's working all the time. You see how he's improving, and you're like, all right, John has have enough of these left to be still beating this guy again.
I mean, let's talk about John Cena's Hollywood schedule. What movies does he have coming up, if any? Because I don't know.
Oh, let's do the Googles.
And as you Google that, and the reason why I come around on that, but I kind of hesitate now, excuse me, is because he could easily come back. He could disappear from August to November and show up for an Austin Theory get back match on that Survivor Series card. Absolutely could. To your point. You definitely sold me on why it doesn't make sense for Theory to just go over, or not to just go over, to like do some heel stuff to win. I get that now because I understand more of that, but it's not impossible if he can show up again. So can he, guys? We found that out yet? No, maybe.
Un momento.
Possible.
He's got a bunch of movies coming out, like 12 of them.
Jesus, Cena,
including Duke Nukem, Honeymoon Friends.
He'll be good as Duke Nukem. I hope he is Duke Nukem in that movie.
Honeymoon Friends is already out on Hulu.
No, that was Vacation Friends.
Oh wait, you're right. No, you're right. Yep.
Oh, that's just hilarious. Yeah,
That was good.
Yeah.
That was a good movie. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, that
Fast
was
10. He's got Fast 10 is coming up. Coyote versus Acme. I don't know what that is. Sounds like a cartoon movie.
He's doing Fast 10.
Yeah, he's doing Fast 10. What?
He is Fast and Furious.
I don't see it, and I'm on his IMDb, and I don't see it on there.
I mean,
Well,
they're projecting it for 2023.
Probably hasn't even started filming yet, which points me to say he's probably going to disappear then soon.
But then here's the thing, here's another thing with John. When Rock did the last match with John Cena, he tore I want to say like he tore like his like abductor or something, and it threw off a movie schedule a lot. Scared a lot of people. I've heard, I can't confirm because I don't read these contracts, but they started writing it into these motherfuckers' contracts. Hey, don't go do any professional wrestling because that shit is labor intensive.
Makes sense.
And it's damn near like being a stunt double.
It's high risk activity.
Yeah. Like they probably didn't realize it before. They realized it when they had to move a whole movie production for Rock. So I'm sure they did the same thing with John. Like, yo, bro, look, we got you. We're gonna give you $30 million for this movie, but you can't wrestle.
Right, you can go show up and do some promos, but we better not see you laying on a mat.
You can't take a bump.
$30 million is ours.
Yep.
And you still do this movie.
So again, that's what I'm saying. Like, if he has the stock schedule we think he has between movies, hosting Wipeout, and whatever else he's doing, if you can get him for this match, you got to get him, but don't count on having him tomorrow. Thus why, if your stories have to end with the good guy winning at some point, John has to be the good guy to win.
All understood. That's very fair. I didn't think about it as deep as you did as we were going through the card.
This is why
we book it out here.
This is why they let me book the territory sometimes.
Absolutely.
This is why he's the tribal chief and the pod god, and you're just BA.
Yeah, I'm just BA. Very fair. I do not take that as disrespect.
I am the head booker. But speaking of John Cena, all right, we're going to begin to wrap this up just a little bit, guys. Give me your favorite John Cena moment from his 20-plus year career. J-Mo, I'm going to start with you since you have your hand up.
Oh, yeah.
I know you were just changing the channel on your television.
Yeah, it was.
Teacher caught you not paying attention.
Yeah,
it's fine.
There's been a lot of them with John Cena. So, Dub, I'm going to do one better here. My favorite entrance for John Cena is the one at WrestleMania where he drove the Mustang in Ford Field.
I remember that.
Yeah,
Good time.
that was one of my favorite John Cena.
21 or 23 or something.
21,
Listen,
I
man,
believe.
you're the pay-per-view god, okay? You should know
I said
this
21. I was there, and then Dub.
You were like,
he would know. It's Ford Field. He would know.
I am Ron Burgundy.
On to your second point, J-Mo. Jesus.
Favorite John Cena moment, and I can't remember who the promo is, but he AAs someone and goes, "Time to swim, kid," and he AAs him into a pond or a river. I can't remember which one it is.
Wasn't that the SummerSlam where Brock Lesnar, the promo where Brock Lesnar like F5 the shark or some shit?
No.
You said cool. That's what made me think.
Yeah. I can't remember that. Also, I really enjoyed the Nexus storyline with him when he became Juan Cena and he was buying tickets.
Yo, yeah, Nexus was fun.
And he AA David Otunga on a car.
Shout out to David Otunga. Still getting checks.
Yep. Not from Jennifer Hudson, though.
BA, give me your favorite John Cena moment.
I got two, and they involve him looking bad, unfortunately. Not bad, but putting guys over. Number one, and this is a match will always stick out to me. You may have heard me and E-Ray talk about this pay-per-view in the past. One Night Stand from 2006. That RVD match.
What a crowd. What a crowd.
The way that was booked, the way John Cena played it up with the crowd, constantly throwing that shirt back, the way he carried himself coming out for the entrance like he knew it was all against him, like these dudes are going to eat me alive. He sold that shit so beautifully. I get goosebumps talking about it. I may just watch that fucking match after we get done. this podcast. It's such a great match, even though he
What
loses. But he did the job for RVD, which at the time watching that, I was like, no way John Cena loses to RVD in this setting. No way, but he did. And that shocked me, and kudos to him because he had to sign off on that shit, I'm sure. Second point, Money in the Bank with good old Punker. That match they had when Vince McMahon was chasing CM Punk into the crowd and they blew the kiss. That even though it didn't involve Cena, that pop that Punk got wouldn't have happened outside of it being in Chicago if he wasn't fighting his biggest rival in WWE in John Cena.
If he wasn't fighting the Clark Kent of professional wrestling, it wouldn't have happened.
Man. And we can't have CM Punk without John Cena. Period.
100% agree. My favorite Cena moment is probably a later Cena moment. It's the promo he cut on Roman Reigns when
Roman
he said, "I'm still here because you can't do your job."
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit. Because in that promo, he said, they don't need another Super Cena. They don't need another John Cena wannabe. If you don't believe me, go ask Alex Riley. I was like, he's saying all the things. He's being the guy I wanted him to be for 10 years.
Yes. He had to dig into that word life, Cena, for that promo.
I was like, oh my God. Yeah, that promo was like, the whole build to that match was nuts. Because Roman was still like, yeah, I'm the guy. But then he asked the question that we've all been asking, why are you still here, John? And for John to hit him with that, I'm still here because you can't do your job. It's almost meta in a way where like Roman's job as a top guy is to sell out. And us marks, you read the stories. They're not selling out. Ticket sales aren't that great. House shows are down. And they're booing Roman when backstage wants them to cheer him. And John comes out like, hey, you can't do your job, and that's why I'm still here. It's just a crazy moment.
Yeah.
Crazy
Isn't
moment.
Isn't it the same one where he goes, it's called a promo, kid?
That
I think so.
Yeah,
same promo.
Yeah. Okay.
Just-
All right. Yes.
It's crazy. It was just crazy to see. And then you fast forward to where Roman and John were in their last match.
Yeah.
To where Roman was like, I'm going to destroy you and I'm going to send you back to Hollywood broken. And then he did it. And then, to me, the way Roman talked in that match throughout the entire match is just like the perfect encapsulation of his character. How he's like, this is my WWE. He's like, Hollywood, you see him? I'm going to send him back to you. Don't you ever send him back here. I was like, this is great.
Man.
I'm like, this is great.
Roman had to have that promo though because of what you said though. Is about the Cena promo. The first
he had to be that guy in that match. And like
John's promo was great too. The 1, 2, 3.
Oh yeah, he was hanging.
Yeah, he said you got to be great all the time. I only got to be great for 3 seconds. I was like, ooh,
can't argue with that.
Got a point.
Roll up could end it. J-Mo's favorite.
He's like,
could end it all. The roll up.
He's like, and if I'm great in those 3 seconds, everything you've done and this bullshit you've created comes tumbling down like a house of cards. And I'm like, yeah, John's kind of right. But then you can't. At that point, you couldn't doubt Roman at that point. Everything he said he was going to do, he did. And then I think the only time Roman had better like talking in a match was at the end of the match with Rollins when he had the guillotine on him. Rollins was out, and then the referee said, let him go. And Roman said, I can't let go. He won't let me let go. I was like, fuck. That's great storytelling right there.
Roman.
This man is a psychopath. This man is a psychopath being driven insane by another psychopath.
Gotta love it. Only in
Sign
wrestling.
me up. Sign me up, yeah. Definitely put that money in the bank on Seth Rollins now. I'm just thinking about it.
Man.
Seth torturing Roman with that briefcase.
If we gonna keep watching this shit, that's the only way we gonna keep us engaged is to see what Seth's gonna do every week. That's the only way gonna keep us at this point because they took away our American Nightmare. Not him, but pectoral muscle injury did. But hey,
Yeah.
Seth
Too much
that was
adrenaline in his soul. He didn't realize to
Way
stop
too
working
much.
out.
Way
Yep.
too much.
He had too much brandy.
There you go. Should have had leg day that day instead of working the chest.
Could you imagine where we would be right now if Cody just decided to do leg day?
Yeah.
Man, I don't even want to talk about it though.
Yeah.
It's like that Rock Roman match. I can't even do it till I see some promise there.
Because a partial tear, that just means he doesn't wrestle on Raw for like 5-6 weeks.
No big
We're
deal.
good. We'll be fine.
He definitely doesn't do Hell in a Cell if he has a partial tear. They stood him out for that. 'Cause he could
Oh
do
yeah,
it
they
back.
set him out for that.
Oh
Yeah.
We don't get that great match.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But all right, y'all. This has been a night 142. All right.
Ooh, look at us.
Bravo to us, gentlemen. Good job. Good job. All right. We're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. You guys got our Money in the Bank picks. Hit us up on Twitter at the Let Me Book Pod. Let us know what you guys are thinking for Money in the Bizank. We're not gonna lie to you guys. We're not gonna be live tweeting it at all because it's on a Saturday, and we're not nerds, and we do things on Saturday nights.
Weekend, yeah. Come on, y'all.
J-Mo's gonna be at a hoedown.
A-Dub's gonna be in these streets. So that being said, guys, just too sweet me when you see me. Remember that everything is wrestling. BA, hit them with your socials, and let's get up out of here.
Yes, sir. Dub already alluded to it. Come follow us on Twitter at Let Me Book Pod. Me and Dub share duties. Lately, it's been a lot more Dub than I, but I will pick that back up this weekend as
I got you some good new followers on there.
I peeped it, man. I saw that. You did a good job, man. As you always do when I'm dropping the ball, trying to stop the world from or dealing with the financial crisis that is looming in our world. Not to scare anybody, but yeah, when that's happening, BA can't be on the Twitters like that. He's got people he's got to be holding some people's hands that have some big money with me. So, but
some little people's hands too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like what you did there. Very smooth.
BA would be taking people to Roll Up City.
Jesus. Tombstone City. But yeah, so running the Let Me Book Pod page, and also our good old I-71 Fast Break podcast that your co-host J-Mo and our other host D Wood run here. I'm sure after free agency starts to slow down, we'll be back on the mic here in the coming weeks for that. And yeah, man, and then go check out my brother's hemp wrap company. These blunts, I just copped the tray myself. I know y'all can't see it, but I got a tray right there. It's pretty cool.
That's
if
dope.
y'all can see it, it'll be dope. Yeah, so go check it out, man. There's a lot of affordable products if that's how you get down. dbhempraps.co is the website. Some very fairly priced things there. Y'all should go check it out. But that's all I got, Dub. Ready for July 4th weekend, man.
J-Mo, hit him with your socials.
Instagram and Twitter, Y2JMO, as BA said, I-71 Fast Break. I may have to do a health check on our boy D Wood. That poor man is probably just hanging on with every moment during NBA.
My phone has to stop buzzing during this podcast.
I mean, that poor kid is gonna just give himself an ulcer.
We need to give him another sport to follow, J-Bo or something.
Yeah, I know.
We need
to give him something that or like cricket, something that's not like, where he just hangs on with every moment.
Correct. At least this is pre-booked, but yeah.
Like maybe we introduce him to F1 or something,
There you go.
Crazy with that.
Yeah.
All right, guys. You can catch me every Tuesday at Embrace the Turn Up, the greatest podcast ever. Podcast is also live on Z Live 100 every Friday from 4 to about 7 or whenever we finish that up.
Okay. That's news. That's what's up.
We on internet radio. It's all good. Thank you. Me, ADUB1220 on all of the socials. Ladies, my DMs are open. Wrestling fans, my DMs are closed. I don't give a fuck about y'all. I'm kidding. I love you all. Shout out to the homie E-Ray. You can follow his socials. I think it's E_the bad guy E_Ray the bad guy on Twitter and E_Ray the hipster on Instagram, or it might be swapped. I'm not sure.
I think got them mixed up, but
I probably got them swapped. It's all good. Huge shout out to producer Low. Huge shout out to producer Low and the whole Inaudible Rockers family. Shot and smiles. I'm forgetting people. It's fine. Shout out to Free.
Yes, sir.
Binge Flicks and Chill. New episode coming soon with the entire Let Me Book the Territory cast talking about the groundbreaking show Young Rock. I think we did a phenomenal job breaking that down. And guys, next week we will be back. And I promise you we're all going to watch Money in the Bank at some point. And we will break down Money in the Bank. And we will see, where we were at. And we'll book it out through SummerSlam. We'll book it all the way out. Because this is Let Me Book the Territory. And don't forget, guys, it's just too sweet.
What?